The only way to save government schools is to improve them. Why parents prefer private schools? Should there be complete privatization in education system? What needs to be done to save government schools? GS Paper 2, Issues related to health, education and human resources. What is the context about? The educational NGO Pattern confirms that private school enrollment is rising year after year. In its 2014 annual report, it said 30.8% of rural children went to private schools. The spread of low-cost private education was a comparatively recent phenomenon. People are not sending their children to government schools because private schools are English medium and government schools were very bad, teachers didn't teach according to the activists. Why parents prefer private schools? Parents are choosing to go for private education not because of a shortage of government schools, but because they don't want to use the government facilities available to them. They sacrifice money they can ill afford in the belief that private education will provide a better future for their children. The tragedy is that private education so often lets them down. Their sacrifice is in vain. Should there be complete privatization in education system? Market fundamentalist economists suggest the government should give up on providing education and the private sector should take over. The government would fund this by giving parents coupons to purchase the education. The spread of private education with its malign influence on the government system is going to make things even worse. The record of the private sector in education and indeed in healthcare hardly inspires confidence in this solution. What needs to be done to save government schools? Overall standard of government schools should be improved. This should not be impossible with radical changes in the way government run their schools. Governments would also need to go out and sell their schools to parents. That would mean a radical change in government's traditional take it or leave it attitude to the services they provide.